Welcome and welcome back, everybody. Tabletop Toki here. Today we have an unboxing from compliments of the channel sponsor, Noble Knight Games. If you haven't already checked them out, they have a huge inventory of new and used games, including some of the ones that we're going to unbox here today on stream. I'm super excited because there are some really unique ones that I've been dying to get my hands on, but that have been a little bit difficult to find. So I'm super glad that we're here tonight and get to dive in and unpack them together. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. There are quite a few things in this box, and I'll be honest, there have been a couple of orders of late, so I'm a little bit, I might be surprised at what exactly is in this order, but I suppose we'll find out together. So, oh no! Is it still choppy? We'll see. Is it okay now? Seems all right? Fingers crossed. Okay, well. My audio setup might have just been waking up. I don't know. We'll see. But if it gets really bad, let me know. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead here and start unboxing, and I just realized I forgot my tools. So we're just gonna see if we can open it this way. All right, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, happy Friday if you're here on a Friday or whatever time, day it is, wherever you are. Hopefully everybody's week is wrapping up pretty nicely. And let's see what we have in here. All right, cool, thanks. Good to know. I don't know, lately, I don't know if there was like an update or something, but my audio, I've been having tons of problems when I'm recording too, so I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. I thought I had it fixed, but we'll see. I also just had to replace the USB cord that I was using for my mic because my bunnies got into my second bedroom and chewed through the other one, so hopefully this one will work and be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna set this off maybe to the side and we'll pull out the games one at a time as per usual. Starting with, well, this is the first one that I see, so we'll start with this. So we have Retrograde, which from what I understand is a real-time roll and write game. So pretty excited about that. And I really love the theme, and obviously the aesthetic as well is right up my alley. So we're gonna take a peek. I don't know a whole lot about it, but since it was used, it was a really good deal, and I figured why not. So this is from Mary Flanagan and Max Seidman. And we have like dice and different little mini games that we're going to be playing. It kind of looks like Space Invaders a little bit, but we'll see. I know there's also a Space Invaders like actual dice game as well that I played that I wasn't a super huge fan of. But this one obviously is different, so we'll see. We have our rules in Spanish, and then Resonant Games. Okay, so some other ones. Oh, Phantom Ink, interesting. And I unboxed Mechanica, I think a couple months ago when I got it. When Noble Knight had a big, it was like buy two get one sale or something. Few Space Invaders board games, at least 3. Wow, that's a lot. So I know that there's like the Space Invaders Dexterity game that's based on flip ships. Or that is flip ships reskinned. And I know that there's like a roll and write type Space Invaders game that is just Space Invaders. I didn't know that there was another one or more. So, all right, let's see what we have here. We have our markers, so 4 of those, and then we have our 28 dice. Let's see what those are like. Cute. Okay, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4, Oh, 26. I just can't read. Okay, I was like, I either can't do math or I can't read, but all the dice are here. 26. 4 or 5. Okay, that is a lot. Space Invaders Jenga. Got it. Jeez. I mean, I guess it's a popular IP, so why not? And then we have our cards, or our target cards. So it looks like these are the types of invaders that we're trying to get, and then we have different power-ups that we can obtain as well. So we're gonna count through these. We should have 45 total. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and we should have 15 for 45. Awesome. Do y'all put away your cards facing the same way when you put away your games? Because I always do, and it always shocks me when there are games that are not put away that way, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. And then we have our sheets, which I'm just gonna end up laminating some of them, so I'm gonna pull those out. But here's the round summary that we can look at. So it looks like we flip target cards from the deck based on the number of players, and then we have to roll the dice as fast as you can, so you can re-roll as many times as you want, and then you grab a card, and then you blast the droids. So basically, you spend the dice to blast the ones on your sheet. You have to use matching dice, and then we have the end of the round, so you can get different coins and some power-ups and different things like that. So it seems pretty straightforward, but pretty fun. If you can buy a can of games, can you also buy a 6-pack can of games? I think there's only 4 games in there. Oh no. Is it working? Are we okay? Are we back? Whoops. Hold on. Yes, no, maybe so. Good now? Geez, I don't know what's going on. Internet's connected. Okay, we'll just try our best. All right, and this plays to 4, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull 5 sheets to laminate just in case. I would like to have one extra, just in case. I'm hoping to do a PnP stream again soon, but that's dependent on probably me getting a new printer, because yeah, the one that I have is not functioning so well. So hopefully I can get that figured out soon and get a bunch of laminating done and printing and playing done. Okay, so that is Retrograde, real-time dice rolling flip and fill game, and I'm gonna remember to put them in BGG so I don't forget. All right, BGG, Retrograde. Let's make sure I add it to my collection. I often forget to do that, especially if I'm streaming. Okay, cool. And then let's see. Next game we have, speaking of rolling rights, so I don't know if y'all know, but Railroad Ink does have some new board expansions, which are the how do you say this word? Is it Archipelago or Archipelago? Oh, I think it's Archipelago because the other one does not seem correct. But basically, these are new boards that you can use with the base game or expansions that have little islands on them instead of the normal one big board. So I'm really curious to see how this works out. Oh, there we go. We should hold it right side up. It looks really cool. Each set comes with 4. Archipelago. Ooh, okay. But yeah, so it adds some new elements like these bridges between the different islands, and then obviously you have the centers and buildings and everything distributed differently. There's also a new type of building, which I'm not sure what it does. So that could be pretty cool, but it looks like it has to do with the different die faces. And in fact, we could just look it up. Duh. So let's see, we have routes and bridges where you can draw routes. as well as the new buildings are warehouses. So it looks like if you draw a route with at least a railway or highway in that space, then you can reserve basic dice in these spaces and then use them later, or later in the in a different round. Yeah, instead of drawing it in the current round. I like that quite a bit. That's pretty cool. So it gives you a lot more flexibility. And you start the game with 2, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, I got 2 sets just because we often play with more than 4 people. So I figure it'll be good to have. I just am worried because I'm not sure whether these will fit in my base game or in my smaller condensed down box. That's currently how I have everything stored. But I suppose we will find out. And it looks like I don't need 2 sets of the rules or anything. So we'll just off those. All right, but yeah, very excited for some new railroading content. No, not a crossover, unfortunately, only in spirit and in name. But yeah, that's really exciting because I think after I got the Kickstarter stuff, I'm like, man, it's gonna take me forever to play through all this content. And then I made all of the tutorials for the new expansions that came with the like collector's edition Kickstarter. And since then, there's been really nothing new until these boards. So very excited about that. The next one, this one kind of goes with the big one that I want to show. So we'll do a smaller one next. So this is Nutty Noodles. This is a speed game as well, I believe. And it's a family themed game, but a friend of mine did get this somewhat recently, played it with her daughter. She explained it to me and she said they had a great time. And I'm like, honestly, that just sounds fun no matter what. Hey, glad to have you back. Yeah, so I'm excited to try this one. I just love speed and dexterity games. Like, even if they're not 100% the best, most strategic, whatever games, I always have fun playing them and trying them out and seeing some of the creativity there, and the different themes and art. All right, so let's take a look. And this is kind of like folded up like a takeout box, so that'll be a fun one to put on my shelf. Although I did add a little Gnedby shelf next to my speed and dexterity games, so this will probably go on there since it'll fit there nicely, I hope. All right, and let's see what we have for our components. So the game says the grumbling bellies and drooling mouths of the monsters waiting impatiently to dine are a clear warning that you don't have much time. You need to get those noodles into those bowls and onto those tables quickly, but be careful. Although monsters swallow without chewing, these ones have allergies and intolerances to a heap of ingredients. The player who manages to serve the monsters most effectively without causing hives and swelling will be awarded the title of Employee of the Month. Okay, so we're trying to serve up some meals, but be very allergy conscious. Oh, I really love these discs. These are very satisfying. And that's a cool font that they have as well. Let's see. We should have 4 of each color of these discs here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for blue. Then we have yellow, orange, and purple. Looks good. Yeah, that is somewhat problematic. Somebody came into like our local game store the other day, my partner works there, and they were like, hey, do you have any games like Puerto Rico but without the racism? It was like, well, you could just get the updated version of Puerto Rico. But yes, those do exist. 3 ingredient dice. All right, and let's check our cards here. Oh, these monsters are really cute. Okay. And it looks like we should have our allergy cards. And we should have 42 of these total. All right, I'm gonna move this off to the side here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times 3 is 30, 12. Yeah, 42. And then we have our 1 through 4 table cards. And then we have our ingredients. And it looks like we should have 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1, which is 26, I believe. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24, 26. Perfect. All right, yep, that's how math works. Excellent. Oh my gosh, look at the little fishy and the little shrimp. I think the shrimp is my favorite. And these monsters are super cute. Wow. So yeah, it shows the allergies of the ones they want to avoid. So I guess you're just grabbing dishes and trying to get them all fed. Thank you. I do pride myself in my ability to count basic numbers and do basic multiplication. Well, other than board games, it's not something I often do in my day-to-day life. So sometimes it's a little, and I have a feeling that I may have some slight form of dyscalculia because my entire life I have mixed up certain numbers, like 4s and 6s are the worst offenders for sure, which is weird because my birthday is like on the 6th of a month, and I would always have to pause and double check and catch myself when I was telling people my birthday because I would feel compelled to say it was the 4th or maybe the 6th, and I would get really confused. There was even a time where we had one of those math tests, and it's like you solve one basic multiplication problem at the beginning, and then everything else on the page is based on the answer to that problem. And I did 4 times 4 equals 36, or I did 6 times 6 equals 16. I can't remember which. But I proceeded to get the entire rest of the page wrong because I did not perform that initial multiplication correctly. So we've come a long way. If you party for 3 days, yeah, go from the 4th all the way through the 6th. That's what I'm saying. All right, this next game is Volfyrion Guilds. I'm super excited about this one. Hush Hush, it's actually a present for my partner. They really like line battlers. I have the original Volfyrion, which is, again, like a 2-player line battler where you have 3 arenas and you're playing different cards to each side. And then this Guilds, I think, is like kind of the updated, more robust version with some changes. So very excited about that. It is in shrink, and I do want to show it off. So don't tell. It's a secret that's being displayed publicly. But we're gonna bust it open and see what's going on here. I also love the art of this game and this series. And this is from Alessandro Verasci, published by Tabula Games. Okay, so we have English rulebook, extra rules. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, and the art is from a few different artists. So we have Travis Anderson, Andrea Butera, Matteo Cataneo, Federico Cimini, I'm not sure, Ariana Geloni, and Andrea Stanga. Excellent. So the intro, let's read that. After the extraordinary accomplishment of taming the dragon Volfyrion, the rise of the Valeries house was inexorable. Fearing that Valeries would quickly overthrow his authority, the king empowered other guilds. As a result, 5 strong guilds emerged, each one with its specific role within society. Veranin, the Guild of Merchants, Lusma, the Guild of Faith, Caither, the Guild of Soldiers, Magissa, the Guild of Scholars, and Valeries, identified as the Guild of Nobility. The kingdom's delicate balance could not last, though, as the seeds of discord took hold and the desire for supremacy blossomed in each guild. The unrestrainable lust for power escalated into a fight to the bitter end, a fight in which the cities are the inevitable targets. So those are the different locations that you're kind of battling for control over. The time has come to lead your guild to victory and annihilate your enemy cities in this never-ending war. Cool. So yeah, we have our different guilds in this one specifically, whereas the other one we just had like I believe it was a common pool of cards that you could select from and draft from versus your opponent. So looks like we have a player aid perhaps for the two different turns. So one is monsters, and then we have our meeple here. Whoa, so cool. Love that. All right, and then we have our different cards, which I don't need to count since this is a new one, not a used one it looks like, or it was still in shrink, whichever of the two. But we'll still pop them open and take a look at the art here because it's a very nice feature of this game. Okay. Alrighty, put those off to the side. And here we go. So looks like we have our reference cards here, some French ones, and we have 3 reference cards. But I believe this is just 2-player. Oh, it's 1 to 4 player. Oh, so you can play with 4 players if you have 2 decks, which leads me to believe that you can play with 3 players here with just this one game, which is interesting. I'm curious how that works out because I think the original, no, but then it says 1 to 2. So I guess you need 2 decks if you're playing with 3 or 4. So yeah, we have our different factions and then different powers, strengths at the top, and abilities upon discard or like trashing. Yeah, very exciting stuff. I really like this very painterly style. Like overall got some darker kind of fantasy vibes to it, but I really like some of the vibrancy of like the whatchamacallit, like glowing and illuminated effects in the artwork. Super cool. And it looks like these are some of the locations that we'll be vying for. Yeah. And so you can play different types of cards like soldiers and I forgot what these are, strongholds to each one. Can we convince you into attending Dice Tower East in 2025? Maybe. I really want to go to more conventions. It really just depends on 1, my schedule, and 2, like financial types of things. I would really love to. It would be so fun. Like I would love to go to some of the Dice Tower conventions. I know like Dice Tower West has been one that I've wanted to go to for a while. I really want to go to Essen next year. Fingers crossed, hopefully. We're trying to get that planned with a couple people. And yeah, I know Gen Con is really big. So depending on if Essen comes together or not, that could be a contender. We just gotta see, you know? Yeah, looks cool. Love the art. Haven't played a lot of line battlers, but just tried Space Line. Ooh, that sounds cool. Yeah, line battlers honestly aren't my go-to favorite, but there are some pretty cool ones. I did get a copy of Compile. I posted about it in our like community Discord. Shout out. And it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it much more than I expected I would based on my specific tastes. So yeah, but the original Volfyrion, as far as line battlers go, was pretty good, and I figure an updated version of that is really cool. But like I said, my partner really likes them, and I mean, dragons, come on, gotta do it. Any longer 2+ hour solo board games you'd recommend? So I know the Kickstarter for Sweetlands is up recently, but that one's been really good. 2+ hour Product Cup at Regni, I haven't gotten to play fully solo yet, but it's definitely a game that's of that weight that I've heard is really good solo, and I love the multiplayer for it, so I would say that one for sure. 2+ hours. I feel like things like Ghost Stories and Dead Men Tell No Tales are closer to like an hour and a half, depending on how fast you play. So I don't know that those would necessarily fit in there. Other longer solo games, same thing. I think a lot of the games that I end up playing that are a little chunkier or Euro style, like The Magnificent or Revive and things, are probably like around an hour and a half, but I also tend to play pretty fast. So I think those could be right around that 2-hour mark, depending on, you know, your play style and how quickly you're going. I'm just gonna see if I can adjust the brightness here too, because it looks like it's really dark for some reason. A little better, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. A little better. Okay. But yeah, East is better than West. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, you can drag any solo game out for 2+ hours if you really want to. But yeah, if you guys have any other recommendations for chunkier solo games, put them in the chat, because I would also love to know. Not that I feel like I have time for that lately, but always fun. But yeah, I'll think on that more too, and feel free to hit me up on like Instagram or Board Game Geek or on the Discord if you want more recommendations. There are definitely some that just aren't coming to mind right now. Okay, so I have 2 left, I think, that are both from the same publisher, which is why I saved them for the last. So we have the Peach Festival. Ooh, did y'all know this was a game? I did not. I was pretty surprised. I try to keep up with Thundergriff's new stuff, and especially that this is a roll and write, and that it's in like that similar series of, oh gosh, what's the farm rolling one? I can't think of it, but like similar to a Matchbox Collection, and then some other games like that. Yeah, I was surprised to see this one because I love hats. I love EO. EIO? I don't actually know how to pronounce it, if I'm being honest. And I hadn't heard that this one had been announced, so yeah, we'll see. But let's take a peek-see. Ooh, this one's a little more difficult to open. And of course, it's when I forget my Exacto. Sorry, hope that's not too loud. Okay, cool. I know that, okay, I will say too, I'm not like the biggest Arc Nova fan girl, but Arc Nova solo is actually really good and very concise. So if you wanted 2+ hours, that would be one to maybe check out too, as far as like the solo play goes. All right, Peach Festival. Ooh, so shiny, beautiful. More beautiful art from Paolo Voto. Okay, the time for the Peach Festival has come. The architects may join the festivities, which will give them access to many new ways to gain coins, as well as powerful effects to help them all complete the garden. All right, so let's double check what we have here. So we have our Festival Sheets pad, and this one plays up to 5, so we're gonna 6 of these. Imperium Horizons has some longer deck building game solo. Nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten to play Imperium yet, but I really want to, and I've heard the solo is really good, especially if you have aids for it. I've heard that can get a little bit crazy with the different factions or guilds. Know that bugs applied to Porky, so you didn't have to go to the Peach Festival? Wait, what? Is that for real? Okay, and then it looks like this is just a card reference, or what's happening here? Is this a new rule book? Because their rule books are, wait, what? This is a festival sheet pad, and this is a market sheet overview. Are these 2 different games? What's happening? Or did they just redo the rule book because the rule books usually kind of suck? What is happening? Okay, hang on one second. I need to investigate. So this is really inspired by the popular literary work Journey to the West, one of the greatest classic Chinese novels published in the 16th century. So we're trying to place ascending numbers within commodity columns in order to score points and create satisfying chain reactions. With plenty of diverse ways to score, the most successful merchant will be the winner. And I see the basic pads there, but not these. What is happening? Is this like a mini expansion? Hold on. Oh gosh, this would be helpful if I actually put it into BGG like I said I was going to do for all of these. This would not be an issue. So I'm going to put the Railroad Ink boards into there. And then we're also going to do Nutty Noodles. Okay, and then the festival. Let's see if it comes up. I don't see any expansions or anything. So I guess this is just 2 different things. Okay, so this is just the base game stuff, and it looks like this these extra market things are in addition to the base game. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a little confusing that they have like 2 different rule books kind of for that. What is going on there? All right, well, that's that. We have our sheets. I'm gonna laminate those later. And let's make sure we have our components. So we have the 5 commodity dice, very cute. And then we have some pencils, which I will off to the side since I'll be laminating. And then we have our cards as well. Okay. Okie dokie. And for our cards, we should have 24 request cards. Interesting. So we have 1, 2. Ooh, I really like that art. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's another good one. 8, 9, 10. And then we should have 4 more. 2, 3, 4. I really like these like ghostly vibes. I'm not familiar with the story / novel, so I'm definitely curious to learn more about that, to really understand kind of what this game is based around and the theme of it. That seems really cool. All right, so we have that, and then it looks like we need, it looks like there should be maybe some market tiles, which may be missing. And so I will make a note to email, oh, and different festival dice as well. All right, so I will be sending an email to make sure that we get those components. Good to know. All right. But regardless, excited to try this one out with the base game and then the expansion or mini expansion, advanced game when all of those come in. All right. And then last but not least, the moment we've all been waiting for. We have a soda pop collection. Oh wait, there's one more little one. I forgot. Just kidding. JK. So we have another Grand Gamers Guild holiday. Is this holiday hijinks? Yeah, holiday hijinks. So this is a solo, but you can play with more people cooperatively. 18 card escape from Jonathan Schaefer. I talked about one of these. I got the Kringle Caper last unboxing stream. It's hard to keep track at this point, but I wasn't sure about it. I hadn't tried any at that point, but it was really fun to play through, so I'm really excited to try more of these. So this one is birthday themed. Yay! That's pretty exciting. And then where do we put this? There. Okay, and now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let me add that. Just kidding. We'll get there, I promise. Birthday Burglary. All right, and now, drumroll please. For real this time, let me make sure there's nothing else. Okay, we have our soda pop collection from Thundergriff. Move this off to the side as well so we can get the full scope of it. It even looks like a little fridge. Isn't that cute? Okay. So this contains, I believe it's 4 different games. Oh, it's even got like the all of the hardware on the back. 4 different games that are housed in like little soda pop containers. And I believe they're maybe all 2-player abstract games. I have to double check. But they look super cute. I remember when they were first announced, I was really excited. I was still a little salty about how terrible the rulebooks were for some of the Matchbox collection, but they did kind of fix that with new updated rules that sucked, but sucked less than the original. But I've heard good things, so I'm really excited to give these a try, and they are pretty adorable, not gonna lie. I will say too that I was definitely biased and influenced for both Peach Quest and this game because they currently have a Kickstarter for Trust Me, which is a bluffing set collection game that looks really cool that I'm excited about. Similar size and weight and kind of thing to Hack, which, as y'all know, I've already said it in the stream even, it's one of my favorites. So we'll see if these are any good. Okay. Oh, and it comes with Get Salty, cute. All right, so Get Salty is a tiny little game. It says there's only one thing that's clear. When you enter the bar, there's no way you're sipping your sodas without a pack of snacks. Due to different demands and preferences, you end up ordering a bunch of different ones. Some are salty, some are not, and you definitely have a preference as well. Collecting together your favorite type of snacks is what will make you satisfied. Nice. So, these little snacks. Love Matchbox games. Played EO, never really tried playing the rest. Glad to hear that my struggle with understanding the rules. Yeah, it was not just a you thing. They are so bad. If you have questions or need help, feel free to hit me up and we can like trauma dump together because it is mad. All right, they have such beautiful production. I just don't understand like how their rule books are so consistently terrible. But yeah, they are fun though. EO I think is definitely my favorite of the group. Coincidentally, it was the one that I played last out of all of them. So there's that. So we have a salt container token, and then we have 9 different cracker tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Oh, and that's it. That's the whole game. Cute. So it looks like we're just arranging them and trying to get different shapes and flipping them over. Interesting. So some of them have like a bite out of them versus not. Cute. Okay. I'm excited to try that. I love little abstract games like that, so should be a good time. Rebus and Golems look fun, just didn't want to struggle with the Robux. Yeah, very fair. I believe 15 days is on BGA, so that makes it like a little bit easier. So to kind of learn and suss out how the game actually plays. But yeah. I really do enjoy Golems as well, though. I would recommend that one next if you're wanting to check one out. Okay, let me add Get Salty before we do anything else. Get Salty. Okay. And then we have, should we start top to bottom? I think I'm gonna do Catacomb last, but which one of these should we do? Oh, these are like actual aluminum? Or I don't know if they're aluminum, but they certainly feel like it. But they're like sturdier than a normal soda can. Should we start with Lightseeker since it's on the bottom? Why not? Sure. This is like, they're very propped up. So I wonder if there's anything. No. Okay. Good to know. All right. So, oh, I went to go open it like a soda can, but that's definitely not how it works. I think this is a top that comes off. Okay, there we go. Reflexively tried to open it. Good. I'm glad that that was slightly off camera and that I felt compelled to tell y'all so you can know. I should have just kept my mouth shut. All right, let's see what we have here. So, ooh, okay. This one has some different cubes, so it looks like we're going to be shifting between different landscapes of like day and nighttime. Very cool. And let's see what we have. Hopefully these rule books are not as abhorrent as the Matchbox collection ones. And we should have a meeple blocking token. Beauty, what's up? Okay. And then we have our other components, 9 land cubes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, there's Buh. Check him out. Next to the giant head. Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna randomly put the cubes out. And then Bug is on the central cube. So it says, a curse has cast a shadow over the valley, causing the inhabitants to run from the villages and the animals to flee their nests. From the top of a ridge, a mysterious creature named Bug has noticed the desolation and decided to bring the light back. As they stroll through the valley, Bug uses their magic to seek out and restore the light. As the darkness recedes, wildlife and village inhabitants begin to return and revel in the sun's life-giving warmth once again. So yeah, it's another like pattern making game, and we have these different areas that we're going to be making of dark and light as we flip and manipulate the cubes. Very cool. And if there's a light area of value 7 or more, whoever just ended their turn is gonna win the game. Nice. All right. Excited about that. Yeah, I had no idea either on how they would actually open, so good to know that that's that. I wonder if I'm gonna keep these in the box. Let me actually check. So I have my games arranged by player count as well. So if they're all 2-player games, I might keep them in the box and just put them together. But I don't know. We'll see. I might also, I do have like a little shelf that holds accessories next to my 2-player games, so I might put these next to that. Oh, there are extra goodies underneath. Brother, what's happening? Hold on. Don't worry, friends, I'll get you out of there. What do I do? I was gonna say, usually they do have little extras, especially with their Kickstarters, and I figured the fridge collection had extras. Okay, here we go. This is a rescue mission. Because yeah, the Matchbox collection had like little mini expansions for each of the games that came with the Kickstarter that were really fun. So excited. Ooh, baby, we got all sorts of fun stuff in here. Gimme, gimme, gimme. It's like Secret Christmas all over again. I never had it in the first place. Well, good, great. All right, I'm glad that that compartment wasn't just there for fluff. How does this? This is a pretty crazy contraption. A+ on the packaging. Hopefully the rule books are half as good as this packaging is. All right. Let's see. So, well, yeah, we'll come back to those little goodies here in a second, or maybe I don't know. What is the best way to proceed? You know, like how do we do the things? Let's see. Soda pop modules. Okay, so we have. Let's see. For Lightseeker, we have to increase the game's complexity. We add Ro, the magical creature. Cute. Okay. Little buddy. The fridge has a fridge inside of it. I know. It's crazy. It's a hidden compartment. You also keep them in a mini fridge. I do have a mini fridge down in the game room, so that'd be hilarious. I wonder if people would be like, ooh, this looks really delicious, and try to drink it. Pranked, whatever. Yeah, and speaking of rulebooks, reminding the Tiny Epic series used to have good rulebooks back in the days. Are they not good anymore? That's unfortunate. That's really sad if that's the case. Sorry to hear that. Look at Ro, though. Oh. Cute. All right, get in there, buddy. We're just put him in there loose. Yep. A loose little boy. I don't know about that. Never mind. Okay, so there's Lightseeker. And then we're gonna do the next one. We might as well do Top Cat since it's the next one. All right. Ooh, we got. Whoa. Something drop on the floor? Yep. Hold, please. Okay, got it. We're good. Let's see what we're supposed to have in here. So, as freezing winter winds blow outside, you relax in your cozy chair at your favorite local pub along with your friends. There's nothing to do besides enjoy each other's company and come up with games using whatever can be found nearby. One friend found some empty bottle caps and an old game board in a corner. Before you both know it, a game idea has come to you where the goal is simple. The player who moves their cap into their opponent's bottle will win. However, getting there can be tricky because each cap affects how the other caps move. The path to victory is an elusive puzzle. Can you outwit your opponents and become the top cap? Ooh. This kind of sounds like a variation of shogi, like Japanese chess, and or Thrive, where you have the pieces that you're moving, but as you go, you put pegs in them to modify their movement. So I wonder if it's similar to that. But again, I love abstract games, so I could play them all day, every day. Oh, and I love that it looks like there are little carvings and like pen drawings in the wood. All right, I'm definitely gonna have to like use a smear on this to get it a little bit less wrinkly. That will bug me if I don't do that, but we'll just roll it for now like that. And then for Top Cap, it looks like we have some extra tiles here. So I'm just gonna punch those and Put those in there. And we should also have, whoops, I forgot to count them. We should have 8 bottle caps as well. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and they're all unique. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very cute. I love that. And they're actual like metal too. I'm sure y'all can hear them. Very cool. When I went to Germany, I was collecting bottle caps. There's a really awesome soda company called Fritz Cola that's based out of Hamburg. It's like 2 brothers that started it, I think. They have so many different flavors and things, so I would always keep the bottle caps from them because they were just super cute. And here in the US, I feel like we don't have a lot of beverages, at least like sodas and stuff that come in bottles typically. Like it's more cans, so I don't know. They're just like nice little souvenir to have the different flavors that I had tried and keep the caps. Okay. Next up, we have Forgenesis. Ooh, that's like satisfying. Can you hear that? That one didn't do that time. Okay, and we have another cloth mat. Give her a look-see. Ooh, okay, okay. Very fancy, very nice. And then we have our rules. So let's see what this is about. You are a forager and your specialty is creating creature figures out of steel and wood. After the rigorous and sweltering work of hammering and polishing is completed, you breathe life into the figurines and use them as a game of wit against others in order to determine who is the most capable forager of all. Each creature has unique strengths and they are summoned from the furnace caves. Players will direct them on the board as they attempt to reach their opponent's corner. Okay, so we have 12 different creature tokens. We're going to activate and summon them, refresh them, and then, yeah, we have the different abilities. So this kind of reminds me almost a little bit of like Hive, it looks like, since each of the ones will move differently, and it looks symmetric where each player has the same type of creatures in their arsenal. And we need 12 creature tokens. So let's count those. Oh, these are chunky. Look at that. Like wood discs, but they're pretty thick. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. We'll slot those in there. And it looks like, I'm guessing these are for that, since they are similar wooden discs. And we have, let's see, modules. Where did it go? Yeah, so we have the mole and the snail, which have some passive abilities as well. Cool. Ah! All right, there we go. Nice. Snail and the mole. Oh, so cute. Oh, and look at what they're like, dormant versus active. They're like hiding. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, it's just like peeking out. All right, so we'll put that in there. Fold this up. And then the last one, which is the one that is like super cute that I'm super excited about, is Catacomb. So after I fold up this little playmat here, we'll jump into that. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping to get these all played, well, not all, but at least these soda pop ones tomorrow, and probably get Salty as well. Nutty Noodles and Retrograde should be pretty quick and easy to get to the table too, and I would assume Peach Festival is not that crazy. Oh, and it comes with coasters. I forgot. So before we look into Catacomb, let's check these out. Ooh, baby. That's very nice. Oh my gosh, it's our place. Nice. And the kitties. Oh, whoa. That's super cool. So that's their like logo dude, Griffer, whatever their name is. I really like this design of this. But yeah, and then it features art from all of the games. Super cool. These will be nice for the game room, obviously. Excellent. Okay. And then we have, last but not least, are the coasters cardboard or some other sort of material? So it looks, they have cork on the bottom, and then it looks like they're like particle board or something, because they're not, or maybe they are wood. And then the tops look like they're printed, but like plasticky. So I'm not quite sure, but they're like, you know, pretty durable. Yeah, actual coasters. Yeah, for sure. Not just like printed out paper ones or something. They're like pretty nice. Sweet. Yeah, they do look, they are sturdy. They're like really nice. Like the print quality is pretty good too, so far as I can tell. I'll have to put like an actual beverage on them to see, but they feel fine. And they've got a little bit of like grip to them too, so they're not too slippery, which is good. All right. I do love the chips. Form factor can scares me a bit for travel, but I'm still a fan. Yeah, I think they're fine. Like I said, it's not like an aluminum can where you could like crush it in your hand. Like, not that I'm super strong or anything, but if I squeeze this as hard as I can, like it's not even budging a bit. Same with this way. So yeah, I think it would be fine for travel. Like I would feel better about throwing this in a bag. Like maybe it'll get a little dent or something if it's up against something sharp, but like this feels sturdier than like a thick cardboard box kind of thing, you know? Yeah. So, all right, catacomb. Ooh, there's little kitties. They're so cute. Can y'all see those? Oh my god. Whoa, there's a lot going on. Hold on. All right. So we have our little kitties. Oh my gosh. They got like little hearts and sparkles. This is basically all my drawings contain hearts and sparkles and stuff. So this is right up my alley. Catacombs was a pun. What? Come on. A group of mischievous cats are trying to play tricks and pranks on each other. That's just the way they have fun when there are no humans around to annoy by uncomfortably staring at them, demanding attention, and throwing things over the edges of their desks. These sneaky cats will either group together to become troublesome crews or assert ownership over every surface of the place. Sometimes they get distracted by balls of yarn, but that's okay. They're cats after all. So yeah, the different cats are gonna like stack together, and there are 3 different colors. So I will be curious to see how that works, and they match the colors of the tiles. And it looks like you win if your cat color is the top cat on all region tiles of the same color, brown, black, or white. Or if a cat of your color is on top of 3 or more stacks that are made up of exactly 3 cats. Interesting. Okay, so it seems like there's quite a bit going on here. The region does come pre-set up randomly. Okay, very interesting. Love that. So we should have 9 region tiles. Santorini style game? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got that. And then we have our 15 cat cubes. So cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. That's the base game stuff. And then we have like 2 little mini modules for this one. I probably should have put the rules back first. Hold up. Hold please. Yeah, Santorini, or I don't know, it kind of gives me like gift vibes a little bit, but maybe that's just because it's like an abstract game with stacking. Santorini is probably a better comparison. Or Tuned from Thundergrift also has like 2-player abstract where you have certain components that you're trying to position that can stack on top of one another. Engraved dice, no, they're just screen printed, but they are very nice. Like each side has unique art that I can tell, of the die at least. And let's see. Yeah, so each side of the die has unique art, and like they're very high quality. Like they have I don't know if it's a acrylic finish or something, but they're, you know, not gonna wear off anytime soon. And they're like well printed too. They're like pretty much in the middle on each of the sides or close to it. Like the wood blocks are very uniform. Yeah. I think we're just stacking and not rolling. So having the unique art on all the sides is a nice touch, being that they don't need to have unique sides, I don't think. All right. And then we have the mini expansions. We have toilet paper, which can be used instead of moving or placing cats. And once it's placed, spaces with a toilet paper token are considered to not exist. No cubes can be placed on it. Okay, interesting. And then we have our little extra bonus die, Precious Cube. Oh, I love that. It's considered to be a cat cube of the color that matches the side that's currently face up. So it can be black or white or brown. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Very excited to delve into these. And that should be just about everything. I'm going to have to see how I'm wanting to put these on the shelf, but I think it should be fine. We'll figure something out. So yeah, we'll do a quick recap and then that will be that. So we have for today's unboxing Retrograde, which is a 1-to-4 player speed-based roll and write game. The Archipelago Railroad Ink boards, which introduce some new layouts and new buildings with like the 4 different sections instead of one large section. We also have Nutty Noodles, which is a speed game. The Peach Festival, which is a 1-to-4 or 1-to-5, right? 1-to-5 player flip and fill game, roll and write game, dice. Birthday Burglary, which is an 18-card escape game from the Holiday Hijinks series. Volfyrion Guilds, which is a line battler for 2 players, but maybe more if you have multiple. And then we have the Fridge collection from Thundergrift Games, which included Get Salty, a little 2-player abstract game, and then 4 2-player abstract games, which are Lightseekers, Top Cat, Forgenesis, and Catacomb. So yeah, let me know if you're here live or, you know, if you're watching in the future in the comments, if there are other games that you'd like me to check out that you'd love to see in an unboxing stream. Like I said, huge shout out to Noble Knight, our channel sponsor, for having such an impressive inventory of games. I'm always surprised every month when I can find so many exciting things that I have been looking for and couldn't find anywhere else or have never even heard of before. So definitely check them out if you haven't already. There's a link down in the description that also supports the channel if you do end up finding anything you like and making any purchases. But that is about all the time we have for today. If you were here live, it was so awesome getting to hang out with you and check out these new games. So thanks for being here. And if you're watching in the future, feel free to like, subscribe the video, etc. And like I said, let me know in the comments if there are games you're looking forward to seeing. But yeah, that's about all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for being here and I'll see you next time. Bye.